Hey there, thanks for tuning in. This is Mrs. J, and today we're going to record a video for creating shape number 4 using Onshape. The scale is going to be a 1/2 inch for each one of these boxes. I'll just move that over to the side here. So we're in Onshape. We want to go to IED. We want to go to Practice. We want to create a document. I'm going to call this shape number 4. Hit OK. Once that loads, we'll clear the error message. We're going to check to see that it is in inches. All right, we have our work planes. We're going to go up to the top left and click the 3 bold lines and look for workspace units. And we see inches. We defaulted. We're good. Click check mark. Let's start by creating just a big old rectangle. So we'll do this whole shape here. I meant to be straight there. And we'll extrude it back that way. So we'll make this block. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 boxes on the bottom. So if you're trying to do the calculations on the measurements yourself, it's 9 boxes this way. I counted 9. So that means it's 4.5 inches. And I'm going to go up this way, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes. So it's 2.5 inches. So we'll do new sketch, top left, left click, front on the plane, left click, come over to the left side, hide the little eye icon for top, front, and right. All the way across the screen to the view cube on the right side, click front to put this in front of you. I'm going to scroll out a tiny bit. I'm going to use the rectangle tool, top left, left click, rectangle. Come to the origin, left click, drag to the right, and left click. While those boxes are highlighted here, I don't click them, but as I enter numbers, they will go in the box. If you hit enter, it'll switch to the next box. So I have 4.5 and 2.5. Enter. So enter toggles between them and sets them up. 4.5 by 2.5. If you weren't able to do that, you can always come up to the dimension tool. It's up in the top center. And you can click on the line you want to use, and it will do that for you. I'm going to escape out of that. Okay, so over to the right side, we're going to put this in isometric view. I'm using the smaller view cube, isometric, the word. And I'm going to come up to the top left, and I'm looking for extrude. It's under the E in the word Onshape. Left click. I'm going to drag it back the other way so it looks like my picture. And how to figure out how to drag it back? Well, we count how deep it is, or the depth. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 boxes. Each box is 1/2 inch. So it's just 1/2 of 6, or 3 inches. So in this depth box, the dialog box for the extrusion, so this is the extrusion dialog box, pops up as you're working. We're going to type in 3. And we know it's in inches because our whole document is in inches. We're going to click the green check mark and admire our work. Okay, so I have something that looks like the main feature, and I want to put this cut out here. So there's many ways you could do this. You could do an arc tool. I think I'm just going to approach this by doing a circle and cutting it out here. So I know the circle has to be a 1/2 inch from either end. So there's a few things I can do. So let's do left click on shape on sketch. Touch the top of your rectangle here, your cubish rectangle, and then touch the top over here on the view cube, all the way on the right side. Touch top so it's in front of you. If I were to take the circle tool, center point circle, left click, and drop it right in the center. So as you find your center, you'll see a square box pop up. That means you're dead center in your line, right? So left click that, and then just drag your circle out anywhere, and we're gonna dimension that circle. And it looks to me like that circle should be 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes. So that's going to be 2 inches in total diameter. So dimension tool, top center, left click. If that's the outside of the circle, then you can do the radius. It doesn't matter if your measurement sits in here or sits out there. The technical way is out there, but either way you're good. So 2. And that makes it the right distance from either end because I put it on the center. If I had missed the center, I would have to dimension it from either end, top and bottom here. But we're good. Escape on your keyboard to get out of the circle tool. I'm going to right click, hold my mouse and rotate. I'm going to scroll my mouse and make it smaller, but you could also come over here and go to isometric view and get a nice easy view. Okay, still in the sketch. You only have 2 sketches. You have sketch 1, sketch 2. If your sketch accidentally closes, you open it up over here. So top left, hit extrude, and now we want to remove material. So see, it's coming up and it has material. Hit remove in the dialog box, and it needs to be as long as the cube. So you can either pull it all the way through, or you can tell it precisely. I think it was 3 inches. No, it should be 2.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2.5. 2.5 inches. And it's okay if it's more because there's nothing going to be there. You're removing material, but it can't be less. So 2.5 inches. See it cut out there, and click the green check mark. We are good here. All right, so now let's look on the other side. And we're going to approach this one, this cutout right here. So we're going to work from this face, which I believe is the left side face. We're going to find that and work on that. So top right corner, find your view cube and rotate it around by using the arrows, or right click on your mouse and rotate around. We want the left. So you want to hit the word left at some point. And if you're not sure where you are, just rotate a little bit and look at your work. So be like, okay, there's where I am. I'm in the back there. So click left, put it in front of you, and let's see, in the top left corner, if I were to go, so I'm back there, I want to go 1 inch this way because 2 boxes, and a 1/2 inch this way. So we're going to put some lines so we can guide our circle. So let's do a new sketch. Left click on that left plane. It's not catching it. There you go. Get that in front of me. Okay, so I have a new sketch on that left plane. Line tool, top left corner. Click the top left corner of your object. Drag it to the right. Just make sure it stays on that color change. It's going to be 1 inch. You can left click. Right after you left click, you see that the numbers with the box, they have a box around them. That means you can change it at this point. So I'm going to type 1, enter. If you missed that point, then you can use the dimension tool. Hit escape on your keyboard. So if you went forward and that box didn't pop up, you get this dimension tool and you click the line you just made and it will fix it. Okay, line tool, top left corner. We're going to come down to the bottom right. We're going to go up. I'm going to left click and I want it to be 0.5 inches. Hit escape on your keyboard to get out of that line tool. Escape. Okay, so now the trick is to scroll out a little bit. We're going to get the circle tool, center point circle, and if you left click, bring it over to the top right corner, left click, and then you drag to either one of these dots, either the 5 or the 1. It'll line up on the other one by itself. Left click, and then we just leave it like that. Escape, rotate it so you can see what you're trying to do. It's going to cut that arc for you, and it lined it up perfectly, so you don't have to use the arc tool. You could have used the arc tool from here to here. Same thing. So we're good here. Let's go to isometric. Oh no, let's stay on the left view and then rotate around a little bit. Okay, so top left, extrude. we want to remove material, so it'll fix it, remove, and it looks like it goes back, let's see here, 4 boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes. 4 times a half is 2, so 2 inches in the depth field, 2, and then click the green check mark for OK. Okay, starting to look like it. The only thing we need here is this little circle, and I imagine it's a hole. It doesn't tell us if it goes all the way through, so we can play with it and we can decide. All right, let's go back to isometric view. Excuse me. Top left, we're going to do a new sketch on the front face. So left click sketch, click the front face, click front in your view cube, top right to get it in front of you, scroll out to have some space, and we're just going to drop a circle, left click, anywhere over here. Small circle, don't go outside of your lines. And we want to dimension that to 0.5. If you weren't sure on how that measurement came about, if you look in here, it goes halfway across 2 of these, so I imagine it would fit perfectly into 1 of them. So 0.5, and now we need to make it 1 inch from the top and 1 inch from the left. You could do it on the other side too, or the bottom, it doesn't matter. Just pick 2 that are adjacent and do the dimensions. So 1 and 1 here. So we're going to use the dimension tool. In the center, dimension. Touch the center circle and the top of the object. I'm going to drag off the object so I can see it better and press 1. Again, we're going to hit, we're in the dimension tool, still it's highlighted, center of the circle. Now we're going to come over here to this left side and we're going to click it, left click it, drag up and make that 1. And it puts it where we want it. Hit escape, right click so you can get a little isometric here, or hit isometric over in the corner. And then we're going to extrude top left. It's coming the wrong way, so you can either just drag it the other way, or you can tell it to go back, I think it was 2.5 inches, 2.5. Does that look right? So 1, 2, 3, no, it was 3 inches. All right, if you want it to go all the way through. And again, that's up to you. You can make it go slightly through or all the way through. I'm gonna turn it around so I can see it goes all the way through. Doesn't affect. And I'm in remove. Make sure you hit remove and not add so you can see through it. You should be able to see through it. Oh, maybe not. Click the green check mark. Now you can. Yeah, so it goes all the way through. It doesn't affect your circle, so you may as well put it all the way through. And then hit isometric to view your work. If you want to add color, come to the right corner and left click on those dots, those circles, and then come up to the right top, left click. And then if you want to do the whole thing, you can just left click and drag, pick a color, and then click the green check mark. If you want to do individual colors, you click this, you click a face, and then you click OK. So you do that individually for each face, and you could just change the color. There might be a faster way, but I don't know it. So have fun, and thanks for watching.